What is the subject? What do you think? If there is no craving, we never exist here in any part of the universe. The main cause of existence is nothing but craving. So the question is whether it is right or wrong. There is no question whether we can exist without craving. So that question is wrong. We exist because of our craving. If there is no craving, we cannot exist. Now, after gaining his enlightenment, I think you might have heard, the first utterance of the Buddha, what did he say? Natti dani punabhavo. No more becoming again. No more existence again. That means tanhanang khaya majjaga. Tanha, craving, is completely eradicated, uprooted. No more craving. Then nattidani punabhavo, no more becoming again. This is the answer given by the Buddha. Visankharagatang chittam, mind. Visankharagatang, no more sanskaras now. Sankharas means all our mental concomitants or mental tendencies or mental activities we accumulate as wholesome and unwholesome, good and bad. No more such karmic thought in my mind. Then no more existence. These five aggregates never get together again to build this house. This is a house. This house, this body, creates enormous suffering. We are wasting our life to look after this body. Remember, life is one thing, body is another. Body is for that life to occupy, shelter, take shelter. So we look after our body, but neglect our life. How many hours a day you spend to look after your physical body? Feeding, washing, cleaning, decorating, beautifying, and applying all sort of gadgets here and there. Everything, whatever you earn, you spend to protect, to decorate, to save your body. But your life is somewhere else. You neglect your life. You wash all the dirt that you collect in your body. But you never think that every day you collect a lot of rubbish in your mind. Every time when you get anger, dirty your mind. When you are jealous, dirty your mind. When you are greedy, dirty your mind. When you are selfish, dirty your mind. All these rubbish remain layer and layer and layer. How many layers are there in your mind? So you never think to clean your mind. Wash away the rubbish that you have accumulated in your mind. But all the while, concentrate on this dirty, ugly, filthy, ungrateful. Most ungrateful in this world is our body. The more we look after, the more we attend, the more we support, the more this body creates trouble, pains and ache and sicknesses. And all our worries and problems created by our physical body. Very ungrateful. Then we also must learn how to cleanse the mind, how to take out the dirt that we have accumulated in our mind. Practicing a religion is to be good, to do good, to purify the mind. This is the main purpose of a religion according to the Buddha. No any other purpose. First thing is to do good. Do good means you have to keep away from bad things. Second thing is try to be good. To do good is not very difficult. We can do a lot of good deeds, but to be good is very difficult. To be good, we have to cultivate certain good qualities and the virtues and humane qualities. We must be honest and kind and must have sympathetic feeling, understanding, cooperation, unity, harmony. These are the qualities that we need to be good. To do good is not very difficult. You can spend $3, finish. Then, to be good also not very difficult. But to clean our mind is the most difficult thing. Without doing that, whatever religion we practice, we follow, we believe, we won't be able to experience the good result. The troubles, problems, the difficulties, sufferings, disappointments again come to us. Because the mind is not clear. That mind can accumulate dirt and pollute. When once it is completely clean, after that no more dirt, no more evil thoughts, no more craving, no more selfishness in that mind. So, is it possible for us to live without craving? According to the teachings of the Buddha, craving is analyzed or categorized into 3 areas, 3 groups. So we are maintaining 3 kinds of craving. Kama tanha, bhava tanha, vibhava tanha. These are the 3 names. Kama tanha, craving for pleasure. We have 5 senses. We have a mind, altogether 6 senses. These 6 senses are waiting to catch something, to gain some sort of emotional satisfaction. That is called pleasure. To gain this, many people adopt very cunning, very cruel, very dangerous method. That is why the whole world is in chaotic condition today. The whole world is a battlefield today. All over the world, human beings are slaughtering each other. Violence, bloodshed are very common. What is the main cause? One of these things. There is no any other cause. Craving is behind. This is the nature of the sensual world. This human world and Devaloka belong to this group. Living beings who are crazy for the sensual pleasure. Because of this craving, they suffer, they fight, they kill each other. There is no peace in this world because of this craving for pleasure. This is the first group of craving. When you go higher and higher to Brahma realm, Brahma world, where those Brahmas experience more calmness, peace, tranquility, satisfaction in their life, because they have already tamed or trained their senses, calmed their senses. They have reduced the crazy attitude towards sensual pleasure through their meditation. By training and calming their mind, their senses, after their death, when rebirth takes place in one of those Brahma realms, higher than Devaloka, they experience more peaceful, happy, contented life, but not permanent. For a long period they can experience this. Then the next item is Bhavatanha, craving for existence, craving for survival, craving for eternal life. The more we develop our craving, the more we crave for eternal life. This concept of eternal life is created by our own craving. Otherwise, there is no place in this universe where living beings can exist an everlasting life, not justifiable. But we believe, we maintain this because we like it. We want to exist forever without dying. We don't like to die because of our craving. Then, craving for living, craving for eternal life. Our craving is so great, we are willing to destroy even millions of other living beings for our own survival. Can you understand the nature of our craving? We can kill thousands of others to save my life and your life. Then, in the end, what do we gain? Nothing. We have to face natural death. That's all. Modern psychology also defines these three kinds of craving explained by the Buddha. They have come nearer to the Buddha, but they could not understand fully what the Buddha said. So according to them, we have some sort of intrinsic or natural habit, libido and will to live and suicide instinct, psychological interpretation. The word libido is confined mostly on the sexual side. Sexual instinct, sexual urge. Every living being maintains this sexual urge. It is natural. So, but the Buddha has gone beyond that. he did not limit this craving only for sexual urge. He says we have 6 senses. All our 6 senses are searching day and night to gain some sort of pleasure by using the 5 senses. Not only sexual urge. Will to live, craving for existence, according to the Buddha. Psychology says, will to live. The Buddha has explained this in 3 ways. Craving for survival or existence, craving for the next life, craving for the eternal life. 3 ways. Now we crave for our existence here in this world. Again we crave to have better rebirth after our death. Another kind of craving. Again we crave to gain immortal or eternal, everlasting life. 3 kinds of craving in that category. But the modern psychology interprets only one, will to live. Again, the Buddha says, we have another kind of craving which is called vibhava tanha, craving for non-existence. The modern psychology introduced this as suicide instinct. That is natural. Because many living beings, not only human beings, commit suicide. And we do not know the reasons. They have their own reasons. But when we commit suicide, and we know why. It is due to unsatisfied craving. When we could not gain what we wanted, that intolerable craving persuade, influence us to commit suicide. That is called craving for non-existence. Crave not to exist anymore because due to frustration, disappointment, unsatisfactory. Craving is behind. We decide to die because of our craving. But there is another meaningful idea. Destructive craving. That's very dangerous. When we come to know that some others are going to use what we have earned or our property, we don't like it, we cannot tolerate it, then what we do? We are going to destroy. We are going to burn without allowing others to use. Can you understand the nature of this craving? That is under this category. We gain some sort of satisfaction by burning or destroying, but we cannot gain happiness by allowing others to use. These are the 3 kinds of craving. Craving for existence, craving for next life, craving for eternal life, one group. Then craving for pleasure through the senses, indulgence, another kind of craving. Craving for non-existence due to frustrations and disappointment. On the other hand, there are some people who maintain or believe or who pray not to have another life. They believe because of their prayer or belief or determination, there won't be another life for them. That is an imagination. Just because you don't like it, you cannot stop. Because it is natural. You cannot stop this according to your imagination. Belief in rebirth and those who do not believe in rebirth, there are two groups. Some people say, we believe in rebirth because according to their religion, their tradition, they maintain this belief, but they do not know anything about rebirth. Just believe. There are some others who do not believe. They say there is no rebirth. If rebirth is natural, can they stop this rebirth just because they don't believe? Now some other religionists say, we don't believe in rebirth. If rebirth is natural, can they stop this rebirth? So, belief is not the important thing here. We must know the cause. What is the cause? So if we don't like this rebirth, we have to remove this cause, the roots, the germ, germinal order. Unless you remove this one, simply by maintaining some sort of belief, you cannot change anything. Again, suicide instinct is natural. We can see. Whenever there is any disappointment, any intolerable feeling, at once people say, die. It is natural. So this word is always in the mouth. Die. That is what the modern psychologists say, this is an instinct. Suicide instinct. So when this feeling arouses up to the maximum level, when that mind cannot tolerate anymore, then they do that. At the moment, although they say they can control, but it is natural. But according to the Buddha, he has gone further and further, has given more wider meaning of this word, craving for non-existence, three ways. Committing suicide, then belief that they never gain another rebirth after their death. Again, those who develop this destructive craving to destroy their own life, others' life, their property or their belongings. This is the nature of craving. Now, is it wrong to be ambitious? I have written a booklet, that one is out of print, I think. Ambition and craving. We cannot see very much difference. But ambition, we can justify. It depends on motive. Our motivation or the purpose of our ambition. Whether there is any selfish motivation. Now you want to become a rich person by doing some business. It is an ambition. Then what is the Buddhist attitude? Can Buddhism say it is wrong? No. there is no ground for Buddhism to point out that it is wrong. Because in the Buddha's teaching, you can see where the Buddha has encouraged people to work hard without wasting their valuable time, earn as much as possible that they can, and preserve without wasting, without spending for unnecessary things. Reserve something for your rainy days. This is the Buddha's advice. Therefore, how can we say, when people work hard to earn more, that goes against Buddhism? No. Yes, they can go against the teachings of the Buddha if they adopt any unrighteous method, unreasonable or cunning, selfish, harmful method by bluffing or swindling or cheating or robbing or smuggling or disturbing, then they go against the Buddha's teaching. Some people work very hard from their childhood, either to become doctors or lawyers or professors or scientists. They have very strong ambition. Can we say that they are going against Buddhism? No. They can maintain this ambition. There must be some sort of aim in our life. But in our aim, we should not develop too much selfishness. Then we divert this into craving. The Buddha, he had a great ambition in his mind. Started long ago, went on working so hard, life after life. It is an ambition to gain something. What is that? To gain enlightenment. Then what is the purpose of gaining this enlightenment? To serve others. Not for his own benefit. Not for his own salvation or peace and happiness. But to guide others, to teach others, to save others by using his enlightenment. So that ambition is noble. No selfish motive. Now you want to become doctors or simple just a nurse. If you can divert your mind after learning and after gaining this, I can do better service to others, to save others' lives. My income is immaterial, but I can do better service by becoming a doctor or a nurse or an engineer, even a businessman. After working so hard, I can earn, then I can contribute for the benefit of others, for the poor people. So that ambition is excellent. They reduce their selfish motive and divert their mind towards others to do some service. So whatever you gain, whatever ambitions we have, we can do some service by using that knowledge, that effort, that technique we learn, we gain. So we should not be so selfish to work only for our own benefit, only for our personal gain, Again, if you narrow the real religious value of your marriage by praying to go to heaven and enjoy your worldly life, you develop your craving. So that craving is selfish. You want to gain merit just to enjoy your life. Then the Buddha says, you should not narrow the real religious value of your meritorious deeds. You have to extend further. Then make some aspiration or determination. By the virtues of this marriage, may I gain more knowledge and courage for me to do better service to others. Then you reduce your selfish motive. You are not doing all these meritorious deeds only for your own benefit. You want to extend this for the benefit of others. In the end, you can say, by the virtues of this merit, may I gain my final salvation or nirvana. Again the Buddha says, you should not confine this aspiration only for that. While doing some service to others, at the same time you have to work for your salvation. An example is given when a mother cow who had a small, calf, while eating grass, every now and then watch whether the small fellow is here or gone somewhere else. Again, eating and again watch whether the young fellow is still here or gone somewhere else. This should be the attitude. While enjoying your life, you also must do some service to others. Keep an eye on whether your services are needed. Don't be so selfish. So when you are working for gaining your salvation or attaining nirvana, on the way, there are so many things that you have to do for the benefit of others. When you study 10 paramitas, perfections, fulfilled by the Buddhas, Arahantas, for gaining their sainthood or enlightenment, for the benefit of others. Dana, Sila, Nekkhamma, Panya, Viriya, Khanti, Satya, Aditthana, Metta, Upekha. These are the 10 paramita perfections for the benefit of others, not for their own benefit. That means without serving others, we cannot serve ourselves. Remember this. If you want to serve yourself, you have to serve others. By neglecting others, disregarding how others feel, if you try to be good, do good, and try to enjoy your life or find out your salvation, according to the Buddha, you won't gain that, because there is selfishness. As long as you maintain this selfishness in your mind, you never gain sainthood or arahanthood or any other higher status. So you have to contribute medicine for the benefit of others. For our living, craving is important. Just now I told you. But we should not dirty this craving by applying selfishness. Just now I told you, we had to work hard to earn something. Craving is there. But that craving is not bad. No one can say it is a sin. No one can say they commit any bad karma. No. Because they have no selfish motive. They are working, they are earning, they are doing so many things for their living. Then, living for what? What is the purpose of living? When you analyze this, you get the answer. Why do you want to live? To enjoy more? Actually, what is the purpose of our living? We do not know. That is called ignorance. We are ignorant. We do not know why we are here. We do not know why we cannot satisfy with this life in this world. We do not know where the mistake is. And we do not know who is responsible for this. Just people say God is responsible, devil is responsible, but nobody knows who is responsible. Why world is like this? Why world is in chaotic condition? Why there is no peace? Why we are in fear? Why we always grumble? What sort of pleasure are we experiencing? Then what is the purpose? Going on grumbling, crying and fightings and quarrelings and developing enmity and jealousy and greed and selfishness and always in very bad, we create very bad atmosphere. What do we gain in the end? Throughout our life we go on developing our anger and jealousy because craving is behind. What is the difficulty for us to maintain happiness? Why can't we maintain cheerfulness? Very hard. Because the inner feeling, there's something bothering in our mind. So, if there is any purpose in our life, that purpose is to find out how to get rid of our unsatisfactoriness in our life. That is the only purpose. We are struggling every second for our living, our survival, for our pleasure. That is why there is no peace. If we neglect our life for 1 minute, it's very easy for us to die. So always we must be alert, mindful, otherwise we will die. See how delicate, how uncertain life is this. Therefore, be wise. Try to find out a solution to see the end of your grumbling, of your worry, of your pain and suffering, disappointment, unhappiness. After that, the purpose of life is found out. Besides this, is there anything else that you can point out as purpose of life? Many others say, to be with God is the purpose of life. This is only a belief. That's all. Nobody knows whether there is such place. Nobody knows whether it is true or not. Nobody knows whether it is possible or not. Just a belief. Very nice sugar-coated word, that's all, to be with Lord. But it doesn't solve the problem. Our problem still remains. Then, if there is any purpose, just now I told you, that purpose can be found out by doing some service to others, reducing our craving and selfishness. But while living, we had to maintain some sort of genuine ambition and craving without applying selfishness. Because selfishness creates jealousy. If there is no selfishness, jealousy never appears in our mind. Jealousy creates anger, arouse our emotions. Anger develops that emotional feeling into hatred. We hate others because of this. This hatred creates enmity. This enmity creates violence. Violence creates bloodshed and death. Now you can understand we have started from selfishness. So when we reduce our selfishness, jealousy also automatically, anger also never comes, hatred also never appears. Then no more violence and bloodshed and murder. Now you can understand what the Buddha discovered. And now we know what to do. If we really want to maintain peace, happiness, satisfaction, confidence in our life, first thing that we have to do is to reduce our selfishness. Then all the other problems, worries, disturbances, unhappiness also automatically reduce. So, many people actually misunderstood Buddhism. They think, as Buddhists, we cannot enjoy our life. We cannot or we should not work so hard to earn. They are wrong. You can remember the Buddha's advice given to all of you, that as householders or worldly people, that you maintain 4 kinds of happiness. You need this happiness. Otherwise, the life becomes very dull, meaningless, aimless to you, because you have not renounced your worldly life. You have your family obligations, commitment, responsibilities and duties. You cannot neglect them just because of your religion. There will be a day that you can renounce all these things. Then you will be free. No more commitments. But earlier, the Buddha says you can maintain these 4 kinds of happiness. Atti sukha, bhoga sukha, anana sukha, anavajya sukha. Accumulate without wasting. Whether the amount is big or small. When we come to know that you have something, you gain happiness, confidence in your life. You can go on accumulating this. whether money or jewelry or land or houses, whatever it may be, something. It gives confidence. That is the first happiness that you can experience. Second happiness is called Bhoga Sukha. By spending what you have earned, you can enjoy your life. Don't be stingy. Don't go on accumulating without enjoying your life. You can indulge your senses, enjoy your life by adopting a harmless method. Now remember this. Without violating your basic religious principles, you can enjoy your life. You can have nice food, nice clothing, good houses and motor cars and television. No one can say it is wrong. And you can sing, if you can dance, so much the better. It is not against religion. You can dance, enjoy your life, but harmless way. Not by adopting any immoral or vulgar method. Be happy, be cheerful. Don't show your monkey face always. The Buddha says everything is suffering, that is suffering, this is suffering. How can we laugh always in moody and gloomy? That is not Buddhism. Be cheerful. Next one. Anana Sukha. Remember, not to borrow from others. If you get used to this, always you are under obligation. You have no freedom. You are not independent. You must know how to adjust your budget, your income, expenditure. You have to spend according to your income. Don't go beyond that. Now, this advice was given by the Buddha for you to maintain happiness. If you go and borrow from others, you feel very funny feeling. Mind is not free. Try to avoid this. Last one is more important. That is called Anavajya Sukha. All the other three kind of happiness can give some sort of satisfaction only up to the last breath, as long as we live in this world. After that, there is nothing. But the last happiness we can experience as long as we live. And after our death, hereafter also we can experience that happiness. What is that? Anavajya Sukha. When we come to know that we have not violated, we have not disturbed others for our living or for our happiness. We lived, we enjoyed by adopting a harmless method, by adopting a decent method. Therefore, there is no guilty feeling. That happiness is remarkable. Why? Because of this happiness, we can die with hope and confidence. The other kind of happiness cannot give this confidence, because we know if there is another life hereafter or rebirth, that cannot be a miserable one, because we have not violated, we have not broken our basic religious principles. That is the remarkable happiness. So, we can die peacefully after our death. Definitely, rebirth or existence again also take place in a peaceful state. Here you can understand the Buddhist attitude. The nature of craving. the normal craving for existence to fulfill our duties and responsibilities is harmless. But many people pollute this by adopting selfishness. When selfishness is there, then all the other bad, evil thoughts also arise. When we reduce our selfishness, then we can maintain the craving or will to lead a genuine, reasonable or noble life without disturbing or harming others. This is the answer to this question. Is it possible for us to live without craving? Now you know the nature of craving. Thank you.
Say sadhu 3 times for Chief Reverend for sharing the Dharma with us. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. The craving talk, I'm sure you all know how to maintain your craving without selfishness. And with this, I hope that each time, whenever we have this craving, be sure we always be mindful and alert of the motive of the craving. So with this, I hope you all, one of these days, will know how to live without craving. But I think it's a very difficult. Okay. Before you all go, I'd like to read the reflection. So because of the past 1 hour or so, we have kept our minds peaceful and pure while listening to the Dharma and hence created good merit for the present and future. Let us then channel all this good powerful energy into an adhitthana or a resolution which is contained in the words that I'm going to read out. So please relax yourself, sit up straight and close your eyes. Contemplate on what I'm going to read.